session. If you're in witness protection, please hide your face right now. Okay. Let me mute my phone too, so that's not constantly going off. Okay, so I didn't really have a topic for today, but Freddie and I were having a discussion before this meeting. That's right, Freddie does work. Maybe I shouldn't have recorded that. Sorry, I'm just kidding. So Freddie and I were having a discussion, and he was talking about a couple of different things. But before we get this officially kicked off, Miss Dava Anderson is on the call with us. She does work with Florida Best, quote, well, for now, until a better offer comes along anyway. And she's gracing us with her presence. Is there any insurance questions or anything like that that anybody has? Or well, she's here. Okay, she does have a jam-packed day, so she won't be on the call for very long. Hi, Dava. How you doing?
Hi, Pumpkin. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thanks for the pumpkin reference. I mean, you know, the midsection is getting kind of round, so I mean, it's kind of fitting. But no, I'm just kidding.
Mine too. It's more like a tire, though.
Well,
Don't
when
answer
you
that.
really get there, then it becomes that pumpkin type shape. So you know. So
I've got a question for Deva.
Oh, good.
Hey, Deva, how you doing? I'm Shane, Southern Trust Mortgage. I'm kind of the lender on the call.
Oh, perfect.
So, and this might, I hope this helps everybody. I'm noticing premiums are really, they've really started moving forward. They're going up and up. And I'm finding with my lower income clients, it's really affecting DTI. Are you seeing those trends too?
Yeah, I mean, we're in a, I like to say we're in a huge crisis right now. Not only do we have a lot of the standard market carriers going into receivership, which doesn't really affect me because I don't use substandard carriers, so I never touch those guys anyway. But you're seeing your standard carriers take anywhere from a 30 to a 50% rate increase each term. Citizens is now becoming no longer the company of last resort. It's becoming the go-to company. So they're getting extremely saturated. They are locked in till 2025. They cannot take more than an 11% rate increase. So if they're with Citizens, they're going to pretty much stay for the next couple of years in the same level there that they've been used to.
And Dava, what is Citizens?
Citizens is a state-run insurance company of last resort. They're pretty much, we only go to them if there's deficiencies that another carrier won't take, age of roof, you know, remediated single strand wiring, you know, no prior insurance, you know, among a couple different things there. But because of the fact that they're legislatively locked into their rate structure, they're now becoming, in some cases, 40 to 50% less than putting them with a standard carrier. So, I mean, price sells with most people, price is selling. So, you know, if you're looking at a, you know, $1,800 Citizens policy opposed to a $3,200 Florida Peninsula policy, they're going to want to take Citizens.
So as
by and large.
So, and I just clarify. So if I send you a client for say looking for insurance,
oh, please do.
I will. I like using all of our internal setup here. HomeSmart puts good people together. So you'll price them. You'll run a scenario through Citizens and a couple of different carriers, or how does that mechanism work?
So yeah, I'm an independent, so I'm going to run it through not only Citizens, but a multitude of other available carriers in their area. I'm a little different than most agents too. I like to get on the phone with them. I will fine tune it. If I've got a 21-year-old kid buying their first house, no need for them to have, you know, pomp and circumstance on there. Take off the replacement cost, get it as cheap as possible for them, but still protect them for what they actually need. So I try to make sure I'm pretty smart about how I'm writing the policy. And, you know, if you say, look, we can't go over 1,800 on this one, or it's going to kill the deal, we'll get you to 1,750.
Okay, that's great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
All right, good question, Shane. I love it. I love it. Anybody else? All right. Well, Dava, thank you so much for joining us. And I have Dava's contact information. If you think of something later, you could always reach out to her one-on-one. I had a property that one of my investors are flipping. I took a picture of the electrical panel because my project manager is like, I don't think that, or the contractor that was there said, I don't think that that box is going to work. And I took a picture, and within, I don't know, 2-3 minutes or something like that, they responded and said, nope, that's a no-go. Ghost Rider. And well, I added that Ghost Rider part, but she said that's a no-go, and that's going to have to be replaced. Otherwise, could it be insured through Citizens though? I think it was I don't remember.
Yeah, Citizens will take all the no breaker panels, as long as they're in satisfactory condition. They don't like the double taps. They will take single strand remediated aluminum wiring, which a lot of companies won't take. So it just depends. And anybody that, if you want to text me or call me or email me, I pretty much respond fairly fast if you have any questions on roof wiring, heating, or plumbing. And then, I try to flip you a quote within 24 hours. As long as I have the information I need, I'm pretty good about answering questions fairly quick.
Okay. And
Yeah, I got a question.
oh, sorry, Scott, please.
That's okay. I've already closed this, but I had problems getting it closed. Do you guys do mobile homes also?
I do mobile homes. Now, most companies are, 1998 newer if you're trying to get
Right.
replacement costs. The problem we're running into is a lot of people are, taking these 1976 mobile homes and, they're going in there and making them beautiful. And then the lender wants replacement costs. Impossible to get. Impossible. I mean, actual cash value is pretty much the best we can do on the
Gotcha.
older ones.
Yep. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Thank you, Deva.
Okay, Jeremy.
All
Have a
right.
good day.
You too. Thank you for coming.
I love coming. I talk to you later.
Okay, sounds great.
Bye.
All right, bye. Okay, so I just want to reiterate this. I know some of you who've been on this know, but some of you are new to the call. So I just want to make sure y'all know. So HomeSmart is moving away from Facebook and Facebook groups and everything like that, the referral groups. They are moving to Workplace. So if you have not already signed up for Workplace, please do so. It's super simple. I'm going to show you how to do it right now. Okay. And this will be how pretty much everyone will communicate with you. You can sign up for different groups. You can exclude yourself from groups. You could have it so that you don't get emails and stuff like that, because when you get a notification or somebody tags you in it or sends you a chat message or something like that, you get email notifications, right? So you just go, so you're in RSA, you click on your name, right over here, go to integrations, and you say claim. It won't say reclaim, but it'll say claim workplace account. Okay, you click on that, you go through the prompts, you sign up. It's super, super simple. If you have any questions about that, give myself or Freddie a call. Okay, any questions about that?
The plan is to, at some point, eventually, once we get more agents in there too, you'll be able to communicate with staff as well. So it'll be another way to ask questions about a transaction, get an update, get help. So I think it's going to be a pretty good tool, just to throw that out there.
Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Kim. Yeah, Freddie tells me that he's started to go through that for paperwork, for agent services, and everything like that as well. So that's another way to communicate rather than picking up the phone. Maybe you're on the phone with a client, or you're on a Zoom call and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't get on the phone right now because Jeremy's going to call me out right in the middle of this training. So I'm gonna do a chat through Workplace, and that's how I'll do it. Okay. Sound good, everybody? Sound good?
Yes, sir.
Woohoo! Okay. As a reminder, contract training is mañana, tomorrow. Next week we are going to have coffee with the broker, and that's on the 5th of July. And then the 6th, we're going to have a staff meeting, so we will not have contract training that day. Okay. All right. Good. Okay. Let's talk about photos. We were going to talk about photos, and then we didn't. And then we're doing it now. Let's talk about photos. I think there was one more thing. Can't remember. Either way. All right, let's talk about photos. So let's go to the MLS. Okay, I'm gonna throw one of my listings up there to be judged. While this is loading, anybody got any other questions, any other scenarios they're going through that they could use some help or advice with? Excellent, excellent. Okay. Okay, so I like to take my own photos, you know, partially because I'm cheap, but partially because I feel I'm pretty good at it. So the main thing, like I used to take all my photos with, you know, the SLRs, the nice like professional grade cameras and everything like that. And then one day with my own, well, not my own property, technically it was my in-laws, but the house we were living in, Janice and I went around. She took photos with her iPhone 11, and I took photos with the $1,500 SLR Nikon 7200. And after hours of editing, the photos after I took them, hers were better. So we just started using our cell phones after that. Just make sure if you are going to use your cell phone, it's good quality camera. Right now, these were taken with the iPhone 13 Pro. So not that I really noticed much of a difference between the iPhone 11 and the iPhone 11 Pro. But you know, I don't always like to take the photo straight on. I like to do it at a little bit of an angle. Let me give you for example. Okay, this is a photo that I hate. And it's one of my listings. So, straight on, not a fan. It's, I think, a little bit better, but it's too close in my opinion for the first shot, right? Another thing that I constantly do when I'm taking photos is I wipe off the lens, right? Because you grab your phone out, you touch it with your fingers and everything like that, and then you get smudges on the lens. So if you get like a halo effect around your photos, that's because you have a smudge on your lens. So just be aware of that. Okay. See, front on. I mean, this particular one, because there's a house on the right and a house on the left, I just didn't want it to be my first photo. It doesn't always look bad. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes it's the best angle. So make sure all the lights are on. Okay. Blinds. Also, you see this? I think I meant to delete this one, but I didn't. You see how the blinds are crooked in the back? It's a small thing, but it's a thing, right? And this is, it took me 2.5 hours to do this. Okay, I think that's part of the reason that I don't like to hire somebody else to do it, because I don't think that they would take this amount of time. Because I'm moving everything in their kitchen, right? I set up their little pots over here. You know, they were over here. The toaster was over here with the coffee maker, and it was kind of cluttered, right? So I'm moving everything around. Ooh, a good one would have been, I took the photo without moving anything, and then, you know, but we did lighten this up. Anytime you're taking a photo at the window, it's going to end up with a darker inside view. Okay, like Scott, like look at his thing right now. Sorry, Scott, not to call you out, but
Sorry.
now it lightens up, and but
Yeah.
don't, as Scott's looking away right now, see how it's looking at the window and it's dark in the actual like photo or video, right? But then for some reason, when he turns his head towards us, it lights up, but still
Yeah.
it's super bright in the back and it's overexposed. Okay. So anytime you're taking a photo at the window, just know that you're going to have to go back and lighten it up. Okay. And that initially is what I would like to be the first kitchen photo. Janice organized this. You know, I have my own preferences. She has her own preferences, but you know, it is what it is. And, you know, neither one's necessarily right or wrong. I did keep moving. If you notice from later photos, I did keep moving this pile of shells right here on the island around to different parts of the house. So, you know, nice and light, all the lights on. Notice I'm not taking photos of the family room yet, but the light in the family room is on. Okay. I see a lot of agents make that mistake where the light in the room that they're not taking the photo of is off. For example, if you look to the left here, small thing, but it's a thing, right? If you look to the left here, the bedroom light is off. It would have been a good thing to have that on because, you know, the room is dark, the lights are off, or close that door, right? That was a mistake I did for sure. Somebody else trying to get in. Also, this is not how they had it, right? If you look super duper close at this chair, you can see there's some patches on the wall behind the chair, okay? And we backed up the chair as much as possible, but because of that recliner hits the wall, it digs into the wall and they patched it. But there was that, and then there was a kind of ugly blanket on top of that chair. We removed that. There was also, let's look at the next one. Yeah, on the couch, beautiful couch, right? But they had to protect it from the dog, they had like padding, almost like moving blankets on the couch, right? And again, now that I'm looking at it, I probably should have removed some of the pillows off of the couch and whatnot and made it look a little bit different. But again, all the lights that can be on are on. One of the pet peeves of my wife that I keep doing is I keep leaving the fans on so you can see that the fan is blurry, right? But to me, I'm like, who cares? They can see the fan works. Who cares? You know. So I don't have a problem with that, but she does. And all angles, right? I've seen, you know, 20 photos or so of a property where it's just one angle of each room. You know, anytime you're looking for a property for yourself, for your client, you always want more. You always want to try to eliminate it before you get up and go and show the property, right? So you want more. And then two, if they eliminate it, hey, that's great, because then they don't have to inconvenience your client to leave the property or get out of the house, right? And, you know, because they've already eliminated, because they've already seen what doesn't qualify them for the house. Does that make sense? Dining room. I mean, there's all different angles that you could take here, right? You can take it from the other way going towards the front door. They had a bunch of shoes by the front door, so I didn't want to take that angle. Their dog is like just barely out of the photo on the right hand side there on the floor. I'm like, Aaliyah, move, Aaliyah. Talking to the dog. And there was a bunch of stuff in the photo as well. Like back here by the outlet, there was a big like Rubbermaid container with a couple of things stacked on it. Here's my lovely glass thing of shells again. I keep moving that around because it's something. It's some like centerpiece, right? Master bedroom. This was a lot. You know, I don't like the cords hanging out here. I thought about unplugging them and just tucking them behind the nightstand, but then there would be less natural light or less light in the photo. The lamp would have been obviously turned off. There would have been one on this side and not one on this side. So not symmetrical. I guess I probably could have moved the bed over a little bit to the left now that I'm looking at this more objectively, but there was a ton of stuff on the dresser that we moved off that's just on the right. There's not another angle of this master bedroom because on the other side is a drum set and all this other crap. On the left, there's a TV with a table underneath it and everything like that. So we talked about moving these things to the garage, to storage, just to declutter a little bit. And that will help with the overall sale of the property, because if there's too much stuff in their closets, in the garage, they're gonna look at this as the same problem that these current people have, right? That this house doesn't have enough storage. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Okay, so, you know, it's very imperative that when you're helping, you know, stage a home, move things around, and also, you know, if you're sending a photographer, that's fine, but go with the photographer, right? Because the photographer is not going to always move stuff. Some people will, some people won't, right? But they won't always move stuff out of the way and then put it back, right? These are good, close personal friends of mine. I kept asking them, do you mind if I move this? Right? Do you mind if I move that? Right? And I probably didn't even have to ask them. But they were like, yeah, sure, that's fine. Do what you got to do. So left a couple of things on the dresser, but yeah, it was a mess up there. I don't worry about little things like little scuffs or something like that on the wall. I tell them to take a paintbrush, touch it up, you know, if they have the matching paint. But you know, for the photos, it's not going to matter. Like dust on the blinds and stuff like that, you're not going to see, right? I always try here in the any bathroom to not get myself in the mirror. And I was like tucked behind the toilet with my arm reaching out, trying to, you know, take this photo because I'm in the commode room taking this photo, but it did come out pretty good. The pitfalls I've seen here with the glass is that it's not clean, it's cloudy, and it just doesn't photograph well, you know. And then a lot of people have a bunch of stuff, you know, we moved all the soaps and everything like that out of the photo so you can't see them. You know, again, hindsight is 2020. I probably should have closed that door because all the stuff that I threw out of the bathroom to take this photo is, you can kind of see it right here. It's not too bad though. I think if I didn't know it, I wouldn't point it out. And you can kind of see that there's a patch on the wall right here. But yeah, there's a better shot. I like to include both, you know, as many shots as possible, really. But there was a bunch of stuff sitting over here with their, you know, toothbrush chargers and this, that, and the other thing on it. And I was hemming and hawing about this little rug here. It added any value or not, you know. Yeah, you know, another thing, I just take it out, right? And then inside the shower, because it's not, and I would have moved this little bench thing, but it's attached, and I think somebody's gonna see that, like it or not like it, but it, you know, when they get there in person, it's there anyway, right? Okay, not a great photo. I hemmed and hawed about putting this in the listing at all, but if you notice, again, the blinds are all open and horizontal. Okay, they're not up, they're not down. Granted, I might have got a better, I mean, I think the lighting in this one came out really good, but I'm sure that's Janice had edited it some, because anytime you point at the windows, you're going to end up with a dark room for the most part, right? But this is like an office, and it's just, you know, his office, but he doesn't do computer work, you know. So bedroom photo, you know, again, they had a bunch of stuff like tacked up on the walls here. So I had them take it down. I was hemming and hawing about the lights on the ceiling. But ultimately I think it's kind of fun, so we just left it up there. Bathroom. This was this was we really had to lighten this one up because it was there was one light bulb working in here, and my beloved shelves are right back there again. You know, there's a bunch of towels up here, and you know, like a functional bathroom, you know. So we removed all that stuff, bunch of stuff on the counter. There's a bunch of stuff on the left of the counter that you can't see right now that's hidden in the photo. Same thing here. There was a blanket up over the window, right? I'm guessing, you know, she sleeps on the top bunk, her head's up there. She wants it, you know, dark when she's sleeping and whatnot. These curtains were closed. The blinds were not like horizontal like that. So, and then there was some wiring coming down here. I tucked it behind there. There was cat food, cat bowls over here. I moved that. So yeah, I mean, that's, you know, every photo is not going to be fantastic because ultimately it is what it is. You know, this property kind of dated. Again, some Yahoo didn't turn off the ceiling fan there. But again, I like the light at the top of the room. I think that's, you know, they're probably gonna leave that there because it's attached to the property, so figure why not leave it on? Better than leaving it off anyway, I thought. Oh, upstairs room, nightstand wasn't there, it was on the other side. If you kind of notice from the impressions on the carpet, which, now that I look at it, I probably should have vacuumed the carpet or something. There's a bed there, there's a air mattress there. So we moved that out of the room to really show the space and the size that they had up there for the 4th bedroom. And obviously we took a couple of shots of the bed. And I did it after the photo, but I straightened out the comforter a little bit after the photo and I didn't retake. So, and this is the 4th bedroom upstairs. I don't know why, I just like the shower curtain like halfway. So you can see what's back there, but you know, some people open it all the way. Some people put it halfway like I do. I don't think there's any necessarily right or wrong on that one. And then I hate, they didn't have any extra bulbs. So the burnt out bulb is here. You know, I probably would have cropped that down a little bit so you couldn't see that. I just hate burnt out bulbs in the photo. I think it's unprofessional. This is actually a pretty terrible photo. I'm noticing all the wires and stuff on the right. So yeah. So as clean as possible. This one had just a ton of stuff in the way. It had clothes over here on the right, had a bunch of stuff up on the shelf. Again, kind of made it look cluttered. You know, in a perfect world, I would have taken down all this stuff up here, but we did move a bunch of stuff out of the room and messed up her house pretty well. So, you know, you got to draw the line somewhere, right? So the fire pit was all the way on the right-hand side, was out of the photo. And I was like, oh, that could be, you know, nice. If, you know, overall, I am happy about how it came out. Again, all the lights are on. You can see that the blinds within the doors are down too, but horizontal. I mean, you have to be looking pretty closely to notice that. But to the left a little bit is a grill and a fridge, and it just looks kind of cluttered and messy. So ultimately, they're going to see it when they go to the property anyway, because they're not moving the grill, they're not moving that outdoor fridge. Oh, there you go. So I guess it's not that bad, but I could have moved the broom and dustpan here. That really didn't belong in the shot. There was a bunch of stuff over here on the ground, like storage bins, storage containers and stuff like that. So I just moved it out of the way, kept the grill there, but unplugged it, put the plug behind there. Then there's my beloved shelves back there again, right there. And with this particular house, I wanted to show the yard, that there was a yard in addition to the pool, right? I'm sure we've all shown the properties that you got the pool and it's like, there's no yard now. There's like a little strip of grass if you're lucky. Like the whole yard is the pool and that's it. So it's nice that it's completely fenced in and there's a pool and there's a yard. So especially those pet owners. Clubhouse, you know. Oh, that's another thing too. Please label your photos. Okay, you've been there, you know what it is. You know if it's the patio, the 4th bedroom, the this, that, and the other thing, but nobody else does. Okay, so the more that you can label it, the more detail that you can give, the better. Okay, so this is the clubhouse, because somebody's gonna look at this and go, wait a minute, what is this? I thought we already saw the house. The house doesn't look anything like this. What, you know? And then they look down at the left and they're like, oh, it's a clubhouse. Okay. Got the guy bending over there, perfect timing, right? This one, I don't know, I probably wouldn't have posted it, but you can kind of see that I'm taking it through the glass, that I couldn't get access inside, but that's like one of the clubhouse amenities. You can rent out the clubhouse space, right? If you're having a party or something. This is right outside the clubhouse, big open field with a gazebo. You got lake access, you got your own private dock that you can walk out there. Playground. So just trying to show, in addition to the property, what comes along with it. Right? Any amenities, playground, you know, the dock, you know, the weight room, you know, that's all part of the sale. Okay. So any comments, main things to say? Let's go. What you got? Cool. All right. Let's look at. Might take a minute. Trying to think of another property address with not so great photos. And then maybe we can critique them and figure out how they could be better. Okay. Anyone? Bueller. How can we make this photo better?
Not take the head-on shot.
Okay, that's good. What about the mailbox? Does it have a door?
No, and I get rid of the road. If there's no door on the mailbox, I get rid of the road in front too.
Okay.
I tighten it in a little closer to the house.
Okay. Karina says zoom in more to on the property. I think why they took it at this angle, if you notice right here, right? That's probably their sign. So they probably put their sign in the ground and then went back and took the photo. We're not allowed to post branded photos, meaning it can't have your brokerage or your sign and whatnot in the photo, right? So I wouldn't have put the sign in the yard first, right? I would have gone a little bit more to the left to not, and probably zoomed in more to not accentuate the mailbox here with the broken door, right? And or taking mail out of the mailbox, but ultimately put it back, right? We got a chat. Because Karina doesn't want to talk to me right now. I see how it is. So then the photo before you put the sign in. Yeah, there you go. Do the photo before you put the sign in. Yeah.
That's not true.
That goaded you into it. Okay. What about this? How could this be better? Because at the end of the day, it is what it is, right? The photo, you know, the property doesn't look great. Like, but how could we make this
That's
photo
not a
better?
good
This is your
angle.
listing. Not a good angle? Okay.
No.
And specifically, like, what are they taking a picture of?
I mean, I see it's the living room and the split between the kitchen and the hallway to go to the rooms, but I would have taken a different angle.
Yeah, I agree. And Karina, I know you weren't here for this, but remember, turn on the lights, right? I'm almost positive that this one the electric was working, you know. Turn on the lights, make sure you got as much natural light as possible, right? This angle just isn't great. It's not really a space, right? You're not taking a picture of the dining room necessarily. It's just kind of in there, right? The front door's to your left. You're actually in the living room right now. I can talk about this because I know, and again, label it, right? There's nothing stopping them. This is the actual living room,
Got
right?
it.
And the photo's crooked, right? Looks like they
Yep.
haven't drank their V8 today.
Or they were hungover.
Yeah, that too, you know. So again, not, you know, another photo of pretty much exactly the same angle, a little bit different, but exactly the same room. This is always like a pet peeve of mine, like seriously, like what, pick one, right? They're pretty much the same. Okay. Now this angle I like better, but what could they have done better? Small thing. Just turn on the lights,
Turn on the
right?
light.
Yeah. Oh, there they go. They found the light switch. And again, what does, like, what's the value between this and this? You know, I think this is the better shot than this, right? Because you've already kind of shown, I mean, I like that this shows how much room, but
Mhm.
you know, again, turn on the light.
Yeah, I think that the first picture with the whole living room space is better with the light on.
Yeah. Okay, now this one, it looks like they have the lights on, that's good. What some people forget is that the hood and microwave a lot of times has a working light, you know, so you can add a little bit more light to the photo just by turning that on. Okay. Now they could have gone back a little further. What's behind here is the utility room, right? So either they didn't have a wide angle lens or they weren't standing back far enough. But either way, the kitchen is bigger than what this portrays.
They clearly didn't use a professional.
Oh, clearly not. But also they're not good at it too, right? If they're good at it and they don't use a professional, then you know, so be it. Like take your own photos. But you know, and again, I would have just, are they showing like, okay, so they're, okay, so here they're showing this side of the kitchen. And again, I would recommend further back and then go to the other side of the kitchen and take a photo this way. I mean, if you want to get like to the right, to the left, that's cool, you know, but again, stand back a little bit. It looks like there's no room, right? And then they got the other side. And then they're just like closer on the other side. It doesn't make sense. They got 29 photos in here, but you could probably get rid of half of them and still have a better idea of what the property looks like, right? Oh, hold on, hold please. Okay. What about this photo? What could they have done better?
The ceiling needs to be replaced. I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah, but we don't want to hide that necessarily. I mean, we don't want to accent it either. But you know, if this were me personally, I would just kind of get in the center of the room, get all the way back, squat down a little bit, because I'm 6'2", right? For those of you who don't know. So I'm always, if you notice in my photos, when I'm taking them, I'm always squatting down. Like not just like doing a squat, but my knees like completely bent, my booty almost touching the floor. Like that's how low I am when I take a photo. Because it makes the room look bigger.
Look bigger.
Right? This one kind of looks like low ceiling, right? It's not centered. It kind of looks like the room is crooked. Right?
I was thinking the same thing.
And then we got the other side, you know, and again, if they had just taken the photo like in the middle of the room, facing this side, gone to the other side of the room, turned around, middle of the room, facing the other side, then you, in 2 photos, you'd have the entire room photographed. Whereas they kind of took it on an angle for no reason, and then another angle, and then you're just burning through 2 photos. I mean, we have up to 100 photos now, so yeah, you can throw in a bunch of angles that, you know, don't need to be there, right? And now they're on the other side of the room, you know. And how could they make this photo better?
There's no space.
Yeah,
They should have stood all the way by the door and
they should have been
walked
out the door.
down, like you said. Yeah,
Right.
and
Paint
the
the
light
wall.
is not on.
Yeah, the light's not on. I mean,
It's not
maybe
centered.
in their defense, maybe the light bulbs are burnt out. You know, maybe, you know.
Yeah.
And then they took another angle of the room. But if they had just taken it from outside the door, more towards the window, you would have captured that whole side of the room. And then you could have gone in towards the window, turned around, squatted down, taken a picture. And then you got both sides of the room right there.
Yep.
Whereas, okay, you got the other side of the room, the closet, but what's behind you look like? What's that wall look like? Is there another closet there? You know, you don't know, because it just goes on to another room after that. Okay, and this is in the garage. This is a bedroom in the garage. So they could have, it looks like maybe they're at the back wall, or they're just, it almost looks like they're in the middle of the room, to be honest. So I mean, there's a door into the utility room, right? You have to walk through the kitchen to get into this room. Okay, so you know, I'd be standing in the utility room taking this picture to show how much space there is, because this is a really big room. See, and there's the other side.
I'm just trying to figure out if the house is crooked or they just keep taking crooked
See,
pictures.
that's what I'm saying.
No, it's crooked
That's
picture.
in the buyer's name, in the buyer's eyes, right? Kim, that's a great comment, because in the buyer's eyes, they're like, oh, there's probably structural problems because
It even
every
looked like-
photo is crooked.
It even looked like that from the front picture from the street. It looked like there was a slope issue with the house.
Yeah. So this is that same bedroom in the garage, right? This is the utility room. And it's like, what value does that add? Like, oh, here's where the dryer goes, you know? And again, these are called marketing photos, right? If there's nothing worth marketing, then why take the picture? And you want them to see what's there, but personally, I don't think this photo adds any value. It's not a bedroom. Again, you know, maybe all those bulbs are burnt out, right? If it's my listing, I'm going in there and changing them. Right? I want as much light as you can. Especially with a vacant property, you can go in there anytime you want. Master bedroom. And this is not a good, I mean, the master bedroom is not tiny, but it's a good sized master bedroom, but there's one side of it. Here's the other side, but it's like, you got to get one more to the right. Like you're just not showing it all yet. Then you go into the master bath. Okay.
You saw their
So-
shadow in the shower?
Oh, the reflection. Yeah. Wearing
That's
shorts. Nice.
That's unacceptable.
Yeah. Okay. You want to see what it looks like now?
Oh, wow.
But all the lights are on, right? And again, I'm not a crazy fan of this angle, but to the left, if you go more to the left and take the picture, you got the AC unit, you got the carport, you know, which I think the carport's nice. I don't think we have, oh, we do have photos of the carport. And it even says it in the description, right? Large corner lot carport on the left-hand side of the house, okay? But on the left-hand side of the house, I typically don't want air conditioning or the condenser in my photo, right? And the neighbor to the left doesn't keep up with the yard. Okay. I like this a little zoomed in because you know, we did paint the steps there and everything like that. And it looks, you know, nice the way it's set up and everything. All right. This is easy, right? Because again, you know, it's staged. It's pretty. Right. So it's easy to make these look better. And obviously we opened up the kitchen, yada, yada, yada. But this is the same house, just so y'all know. You can see that all these areas combined, right? This is what people want in a modern house.
Jeremy, that's yours?
Yep.
Nice.
Bring me a buyer.
Oh, snap. You did a good job, Jeremy. How much?
350 Deltona.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Thank you. The only reason I think I don't have an offer yet is because it's not
market is good.
FHA. It's not FHA ready yet.
Yeah.
So July 7th.
Nice. I like that they put the microwave on the bottom there. That's a great idea.
Mm. And Janice took these photos and noticed the little, and this could be a smudge on the lens. It might not be, but notice the little halo around the lights.
Yeah.
Okay. I personally think that's a smudge on the lens. So just be cautious of that. Anytime I'm taking out my phone, Janice took these photos. Anytime I'm taking out my phone, I'm wiping off the lens.
Blame it on Janice, huh?
Oh yeah. Hey, I already ripped on my photos of the other listings. So, you know, if I see something, say something, right?
Right.
Another thing I'm not a big fan of that I didn't notice until right now, you got like the day glow lamps here, right? It's LED, it's got the white light, and then you got the soft white light. You see the difference?
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of mixing and matching. Pick one and stick with it, right? You either go with the soft white or the regular. Or the daylight. This is that ugly back room that everyone thought was crooked.
Mm-hmm.
I typically don't advocate putting hallway photos in your listing. This is the master bedroom. What could be done here to make this a little bit better?
The doors, you've
The
got,
doors, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Close the
no,
door.
I agree, Kim. That's what I was thinking,
Mhm,
right? Close this
Mhm.
one all the way. This is the closet door,
Yeah.
the bathroom door. You know,
mhm,
I don't think there's any reason for it to be open right there. Right?
mhm.
Okay, but again, all the lights are on, you know, all the way back in the corner using every, you know, iPhone 11, iPhone 12, 13 has the wide angle lens that allows you to take this type photo. That's what we turned the bathroom into.
Wow.
It's nice, right? Before that wall was up, right? It was a single
Yeah, no, I
sink.
like it. Y'all did a
The wall
great
down.
job.
Got rid of the door. There was a door right here leading out to the carport. Like, who has a door from their master bath into the carport? That's weird. So
Parents who are
bedroom.
trying to escape from their kids.
What you know about that, Karina?
You know?
Hallway bath. And I'm not a big fan, like, the project manager screwed up here, right? Everyone's doing grays and whites. This is all beige and brown, right?
Mhm.
So, and white, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I think that has something to do with why this property hasn't moved yet. But anyway, this is the former garage. If you notice back, okay, here we go. So before you had to go into the kitchen through the utility room to get to the garage bedroom. Now it's just, there's an opening right here. To just, my opinion, make it more functional.
I mean, I think the colors are nice. The problem is too that remember people who were qualified for 350 are not being qualified for 350 anymore because of the interest rate changes.
Oh
So I
yeah,
think it has to
exactly.
do
It
with
was
the- with
terrible
the-
timing to get this
Yeah.
property on the market. It was
Yeah.
like, okay, it's ready, interest rates, boom, like, ah,
Yeah.
okay,
Mhm.
thanks.
Hey, Jeremy, while you're looking at these photos, I don't know if you saw in the chat log, I created 2 websites for these listings for you.
Oh, okay, it's about
They're
time.
pretty, they're pretty cool if you want to click, if you just want to click on one, just to kind of, it has all these pictures in there that we're going over too. Pretty
Absolutely.
pretty nice little marketing tool.
Okay, thank you, sir. Let's see what we got here.
I see Janice.
Yeah, you saw her reflection. She left
Yeah.
the door open too when she took that photo.
Let's see if it'll load. There we go.
It's coming.
It loaded pretty quickly for me. I think maybe Jeremy's internet's just running a little slow.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
well, I just want to make sure everybody got a chance to see
Ooh.
what we do real quick.
Oh, Shane. Okay, I see you.
What should I click, Shane?
Just scroll down, take a look at it.
Okay.
All your pictures are going to come in towards the bottom. Here's all your data. If you keep scrolling, there's a gallery of your pictures.
Oh, okay.
Another really important thing, if you scroll to the bottom, just so you guys can see, we automatically populate the agents. Everything pushes to the agent. Like, that's our whole game. Anything we create for you guys, we push it directly to you guys. If you keep scrolling down, it'll have Janice's name and contact information. And if the person fills out the contact info, it'll go directly into her lead capture and whatever she needs to do with it.
Yep, you keep going down. I think your phone number's down at the very, very bottom.
Oh, I mean, I see our phone number right here.
Yeah, then the really big, giant, bold print, it's at the bottom of the page.
Oh, look at that.
The very last thing.
Uh-oh, how do we switch that? Because that's the office number.
Okay, that needs to switch to the office number. That's why we kind of sent it to you first.
Okay,
We need to get it updated in the account.
Because
So,
this is the preferential number.
Okay.
We'll switch that.
Okay.
But either way, I just wanted to kind of illustrate to you guys how quickly we can put something like that together for you.
That's
It's got all
cool.
your-
and then what we do with those is we promote those within our social network. So we have our social sites, once we have it up and once you've seen it, go, yeah, I like that. We post it out to all of our buyers and, you know, the different people within our sphere so that it goes out on our social media and gets more views of the property. More views of the properties, higher probability of listing. That's what, or offers. That's what we're hoping for.
Okay. So I can use this as like post on my social media, right? Post a link, like,
Absolutely.
hey, check out my new listing.
I post this anywhere you post your listing.
Okay.
Put the
very
link,
cool.
the link right on it, man, and it'll follow anything you got.
Is this something you normally like? How do you normally get this to us?
Dude, just like that. You give me the address and we send you the website.
And
Okay.
you know how it really works the best is, and the reason that I asked you for the MLS IDs is once we get your MLS IDs uploaded to your profile, as soon as you have a listing come up, it'll notify us, hey, it'll notify me and our assistant Jill, hey, this realtor just had a listing come up. Can you please generate a site and post it on social media? And basically what Jill will do is she'll come in, she'll create one of these sites,
Mhm.
she'll get it set up, and she'll get it out on our social media. It's just a post out on our social media just to get more views of your site. That
And we'll
was a
send
big
it-
part of getting that marketing agreement that we got in place. And then we got everybody uploaded here recently. So we have the basic stuff in. There's a lot of your agents that are missing photos, so we need to get those in. There was the HomeSmart logo. There was actually someplace the HomeSmart logo was supposed to be on there, that it wasn't on there yet. I have to call tech support to make sure that comes through. But once we have everybody's MLS ID come in, these will automatically populate. So as soon as you put the listing into the MLS, we'll get notification, hey, this agent has a listing. They're one of your agents that you work with. We can generate the social media, push it right back out to you and push it on our social platforms. Right.
Just another value added service, guys, from your friends at Southern Trust.
Nice.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, man, we just want to be able to do this for everybody. Like we can create these so fast, and it's just more workload you don't have to do.
Yeah. And think about it going on a listing presentation, you guys, where you could say, hey, we're going to create a website just for your property.
Yeah, man.
Hey Shane, what type of loans do you guys do other than, you know, the FHA conventional
Just
one? Do you do
that's
like
all I do.
commercial, hard?
We don't do commercial. We do everything residential.
Okay.
Across the board, whether it be a primary residence, second, investment property, you know, anything that is going to be a 1 to 4 unit residential property, we can do those. Condos, duplexes, anything 1 to 4 units, residential, and it's not just I mean, of course, we do those government loans and just straight conforming regular mortgages for sure, but we got depth. We can find solutions. We got a ton of other options, even our internal personal bank loans.
Okay. And you're familiar with DPAs too and all that?
And we absolutely are part of the Florida Housing Program. We do Hometown Heroes, all the DPA assistance found in the state of Florida. I have a specialist on my team, Dan Nolan. He's a savage. He knows all about it. Yes, we do all of that.
Okay, cool.
Hey, Shane, do you think at the next Coffee with the Broker, we can talk more about DPA?
Absolutely. That's something else. I don't mean to take over your meeting, Jeremy.
No, you're good.
Sean and I and my team, we're launching in July, Mortgage Mondays. So they're opposite of the Ask the Expert Mondays that y'all have. Where we're going to have a Mortgage Monday twice a week. We'll feature some definitely specific topics, but it's going to be, you know, kind of a forum like that Jeremy has here, where you can just come in. Man, you got any lending questions, come in here. We'll have a presentation and a specialist, but we also want to have an open forum where you can just pop in. So as you're going through your week, you're like, oh, what about this or what about that? Good time to jump into our Mortgage Mondays and talk to us. But yeah, that's going to be a resource available to you guys here on out starting July 11th.
Yeah, that'd
But
be
yes.
cool. 'Cause the way that the market is going right now, it looks like we're gonna have to start venturing into DPAs more.
For sure, absolutely, and it's a good product. Florida housing's it's a process, but we know how to get through it. Everything's a process.
Yeah.
And on
Usually,
that topic,
like,
But Jeremy, just reach out to me and I'll set up something for our next this next Tuesday, specific to whatever you want to talk about.
Okay, that sounds good. And it's not just for me, like, obviously Karina's interested in some down payment assistance programs. Is anybody else on the call that wants to, maybe a different topic altogether, or, I'm happy to, do what the masses want, right? Give the people what they want. Don't all talk at once now. I mean, calm down.
Well, then I'll just plug Mortgage Mondays some more. When we are doing those Mortgage Mondays, come in, even if your loans aren't with us, if you have questions about the loans or questions about lending or general questions about finance as far as mortgage loans go, come in and ask us. Anybody can come in and ask, and we'll answer questions, and we'll give you the best answer we can on the information that we have, even if it's not our loan or it's not our client. When you go, hey, I have this client that's in this particular situation, do you have a recommendation for how we can help this client? I'm hearing this or I'm hearing that. We have those types of things coming in. And then we also have a lot of we have our condo specialist coming in for one of the meetings. I know he's scheduled to come in where he does, like, he kind of walks you through some of the pitfalls and that you might run into in other places with doing condos, what the DTI issues with condos, because you run into different DTI issues. So say you're approved for a conforming home for a freestanding house, $350,000. You might only be able to afford $170,000 or $190,000 or $220,000 condo, depending on the condo fees. Then he also walks through and does with a lot of the condos here in Florida, we have a tough time of them not being approved because they're not on the list. But we actually have a condo team internal that certifies them, and we can get one-off approvals, even if they're over 50% rental. We can get one-off approvals for financing. So we have those coming in. We have a few different topics like that coming in for the future. Sorry, but yeah,
All right.
that's
Thank
what
you,
we're up
Sean.
to.
Thank you. Anybody else have any questions for Sean or Shane with Movement Mortgage? Also, Garrett Smith is on the call too with Minute Mortgage. So anybody got any mortgage credit? We got three people ready to help you right now.
Yeah, Jeremy, can you share their contact with me?
Absolutely. Anybody else who wants it, just shoot me an email, shoot me a text message. I'll forward it right to you. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. You're welcome, Karina. Have a good day.
Good luck with your listing.
All right. Thank you. Bring me a
All right.
buyer, for crying out loud. All right.
Listen, I don't have any high-end buyers right now. They're all low-end and they're having a very hard
High
time.
end, 350 is high end. Come on now.
I
Raise
mean,
your standards, girlfriend.
that you know how it is.
I hear you. All right. I'm going to log off. Anybody who needs me or Freddie, please feel free to reach out. We're here for you guys. Have a great day. And as always, go sell
Don't
some.
log off yet. Wait. I'm trying to
wait.
take a picture of something.
Wait, something.
Got it. Okay, got it.
Okay.
We can-
Congratulations, Jeremy.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Brenda.
All
We'll talk
right.
soon. Bye, everyone. See you tomorrow.
Bye.